methodology. We're now discussing programming methodologies. There are different rules that work for different organizations, and there's no one right rule. There's no one right way to program. There's no one right way to write a script. There's no one right way to really compose a shot. It's what works for you. And for me, what works is I really believe in delegation and empowering others. I really like to see others grow as professionals. Even those that initially did not even think that they had the capacity or even potential within them, that sense of inspiration for me is what drives me to work with others. When you work at a festival that's as big as mine is, or these two festivals that I work with that are so distinct, you really learn quickly that you can't do everything. You learn also you don't want to be Superman and do everything, because you realize the joy in the work that you do is actually not only mentoring and guiding others, but learning from them too. I really believe that man sharpens man. I really believe that the very best in you will be brought out from somebody else, even if they're a competitor. Even if they're a competitor, you really need to always be driving yourself, pushing yourself, willing yourself within the spirit of yourself to be the best that's in you. And what that threshold is, what that ceiling is, hopefully it's limitless. So in curating a program, yes, we received 2,000 submissions. And no, I don't watch everything. But it trickles down to me. What's important will get to me. I really believe, and this is not just specific to film programming, I think this is just a universal kind of law, a Kantian law, let's just say. And it's one that I've borrowed from Francois Truffaut. He says that what's meant for you won't pass you. So if there's a film, there's an experience, or there's someone that you should be meeting, that you should be seeing, that you should be doing, it'll come to you. It may not come to you tomorrow, or in a week, or in a year, maybe half your lifetime, but it'll come to you. So I trust my staff, I trust friends, I trust our lay leadership and our board, and they look at a lot of content and they have to suffer through a lot of really bad movies. A lot of really, really bad movies that really have no possibility to ever be shown at a festival or even on our screens or any possible screens. But these are some movies that, you know, were made with all of their heart, and somebody really had a lot of faith and hope that what story that they're trying to say with all of their heart would be interesting for an audience too. And that's okay. You know, these kind of personal essay films, you know, they're personal. That doesn't mean that they're going to work for everyone. And we have a really great team that sifts through all these films. And eventually, I will see out of 2,000, I'll get to maybe 300 to 400. And then we, you know, kind of have to vet that and filter through that, and we'll end up with maybe 15, 20, if that, if it's a good year. And I travel to a lot of festivals as well. You know, in the business that I'm in, you really need to not just be communicating with professionals via email or the phone. You really need to be seeing them eye to eye and having a life experience with them, because you're taking something very precious to them, something that costs a lot of money, millions of dollars, and you're saying, allow me to be the first platform to showcase this film in a world premiere. That's a privilege. That is a big responsibility. And somebody needs to be able to look you in the eye, and you need to look them in the eye and say, we will not let you down. You know, we'll do right by you. We'll do right by this film. Unfortunately, in these last 5 years, we have been gifted that opportunity more and more. More and more and more and more. And also, as our festival, in terms of its quality and the strength of its program has grown, the industry interest in the work that we've done has grown alongside it. What does that mean? You don't want to be a platform that just showcases content and it's localized in its experience. It's something that you recognize after several years, that you want these filmmakers, you want these artists, these even sales reps representing these films. You want them to have the opportunity to have their work seen by others. So a lot of my job is now not just vetting content and putting it together, but it's also nudging the distributors in the United States to take a look at it and to consider acquiring it. That's a really big responsibility. That's a big investment that they're making. That's a trust that I forged for them to have that sense of confidence that if the film does well at our festival, it may very well do as well, in the other metropolitan cities or the other target cities that they would want to have play. And each year, a distributor has picked up more and more films from us. This year we've had 8 films picked up for distribution. There are international festivals that don't have that kind of a record. Does it mean that there is a local market here for Jewish content? I think that the Jewish content right now is at its best that it's ever been, in terms of Israeli cinema or international Jewish cinema. And audiences are going to see these films in theaters. And distributors are recognizing that it's an investment worth making because there's going to be a return. Because this audience is willing to support these films, not just in a localized event, at a niche festival or a major festival, but outside it, during its theatrical run too.